Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Easter. Glad to have you guys back in the stream, being a part here on the channel once again. And here we go. The Elite 8 matchup, the final team to come out and go to the Final Four. It's the South Regional Final between the number 11 NC State Wolfpack taking on the number 4 Duke Blue Devils. ACC battle here with these two teams in the Elite 8. Winner of this game will face Purdue in the Final Four out in Phoenix, Arizona next Saturday. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up here on the channel, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Take a look at both of these teams, how they got here. Duke winning over Vermont 64-47 in the first round. Duke able to shred James Madison a week ago in round 2, 93-55. And then winning over Houston 54-51. Their first signature victory against the top seed in the bracket all season long. Jamal Shed went down in that game. Duke was able to come on back in that matchup and take advantage of a key player being out for Houston and win, which sent them over to the Elite 8. What a story for the NC State Wolfpack. They had to win 5 straight games and 5 straight days to win the ACC Tournament Championship. They were tied against Louisville 75-75 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the first round of the ACC Tournament. They ended up winning that game 94-85. They won against Syracuse in the ACC Tournament second round 83-65. They beat Duke 74-69 in the ACC quarters in the last matchup, and then a win over Virginia. They forced overtime off of Virginia missed free throw, banked a shot at the buzzer to force overtime, and won over Virginia 73-65, and then beat UNC in the ACC Tournament Championship 84-76. This is now their 9th game played in a 19-day span for NC State. At one point, they had a record of 17-14, going on a 4-game losing streak from February 27th to March 9th, but ever since they have won 8 straight games in a row, winning a 19-day span. Starters look like this: DJ Horn, Michael O'Connell, Casey Morcell, Muhammad Diarra, DJ Burns Jr. for the Wolfpack, going up against Jeremy Roach, Jared McCain, Tyrese Proctor, Mark Mitchell, and Kyle Filipowski for the Duke Blue Devils. Hit us up in the chat who guys like to win this one here, Duke or NC State. NC State won against the 6th seed Texas Tech in the first round. 80-67. They beat Oakland in overtime, the 14 seed, 79-73, and won against Marquette, controlling the game on Friday night, 67-58, to send them to the Elite Eight. NC State red uniforms, white numbers, white letters, going left to right on the floor. Duke white uniforms, blue numbers, blue letters for the Blue Devils, going right to left. Both of these schools separated just 25 minutes apart from one another. NC State out in Raleigh, North Carolina. Duke in Durham, and we are underway as Duke controls the opening tip. Jeremy Roach with the first possession for the Blue Devils, top of the key. He dribbles towards his left around the perimeter. Roach was huge in the win over Houston. Made a clutch shot, late jumper, baseline. He drills it for two. Roach on the board to begin for the Blue Devils. NC State with their first possession in the matchup, crossing midcourt. Michael O'Connell running the point for NC State. They're led by top scorer DJ Horn, averaging 16.7 points per game this season. At the low block, Morcell moves off to the jumper to elbow. The big fella delivers. DJ Burns knocking down a two right there. Burns going off in this tournament. He had 20 points and 7 assists in the ACC championship game. 24 and 11 for points and rebounds. 9 for 12 shooting. And a win over Oakland. Played 42 minutes in that game. And the win against Oakland in overtime. Turnover committed by Duke. Duke's allowing their opponents to just 51 points per game. That's the fewest points allowed as a program in an NCAA tournament currently for Duke, with all the history that they've had as a program. Morcell swings it off to Burns, out fake Burns, bouncing bodies off Filipowski, step back jumper, he buries it. DJ Burns off the 13-foot J, step back over Filipowski, takes the lead now 4-2 for NC State. Duke with a possession, left wing perimeter with Proctor. Bounce pass goes to low block Filipowski. He's working on Burns 1-on-1. Filipowski backs his way off the pivot move, turnaround, shot underneath, no good. A rebound ripped away off the glass, controlled by Mohamed Diarra. Right now for NC State. If you're looking to watch this game is on CBS. DJ Horn at the wing. He moves it off to the corner to Michael O'Connell. The lob goes to Burns. Backs his way in. Filipowski once again. Turnaround hook shot with a left hand. Missed off the mark as Filipowski secures the defensive rebound. Make sure to vote in the poll who you guys like in this one, NC State or Duke. Right now, NC State the early favorites in the poll, 56-44. Missed three in transition off the mark by McCain. NC State up 4-2. Looking to add to it. Step back jumper deep two. Off the rim, no good. Missed by Horn. Rebound secured by Proctor. Slow start here offensively for both of these teams to the first 2.5 minutes of action. McCain at the left wing, switched, guarded on the outside by Diarra. McCain 1-on-1, moves now on top over to Mitchell. Back outside, McCain lobs it off to Filipowski, low block. He works on Burns. Up fake here, Filipowski, turnaround jumper over Burns, missed rim short, offensive rebound. Mitchell goes up, no good stuff by the front rim, but he got fouled. And this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Mark Mitchell of Duke. Dale, welcome back in. Calabers in the stream, welcome back on board. Yeah, what a story for NC State to get here. This is now their 9th game within a 19-day span for NC State. Mark Mitchell shooting 2 at the free throw line for the Blue Devils. First shot is good. If you're new in the stream or just getting started, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play of college hoops and NBA games. Second free throw is good. 4-4 now to score. NC State takes it past the midcourt logo. Horn has it at the left wing perimeter. Burns rolls down. Horn dribbles towards his right on the outside. Passes left corner. Diarra guarded by Mitchell off the jab step. Diarra dribbles up now to the mid block. Diarra off the pivot move. Working on Mitchell. Still 5 of the shot clock. Duke looking for a travel. Couldn't get one. Spin move. Morcell still has it. Got to get off a shot right here. Too long. It's a shot clock violation committed by NC State. That was just a broken possession to begin with. Just not enough movement right there for the Wolfpack. Duke has it past midcourt. A tie game early on. Roach has it at the left wing perimeter. Roach is guarded on the outside by Diarra. Filipowski sets the screen. Roach dribbles up, drives, floats up the runner, mid-range, no good off the mark. Rebound secured by NC State. Up the floor now with number 12, Michael O'Connell. Sends it out to the perimeter, Mohamed Diarra. O'Connell pushes it out to his left to Horn. Horn at the top. Outside Morcell, the transfer from Maryland. Casey Morcell at the left quarter. Baseline dribble, spin move on Roach. Jumper, mid-range, Morcell swishes it. 6-4 now for the Wolfpack. Bryce, welcome back in. Young Papio, welcome back in the stream, brother. Under 16 left to go in this one. Mitchell. Off to McCain. Looks to turn the corner off the drive with the right hand. No good. Out of control right there. As here goes NC State. Went wide right of the rim. Transition three. Off the mark. No good. Pinwheeling around. And the rebound collected by the defense as it goes to Filipowski. Slow start for both of these offenses so far. McCain at the left corner brings along a double team. Mitchell onto the top. Filipowski pushes it over to Proctor here. Proctor at the top. Roach has it now at the wing. Roach guarded by Michael O'Connell 1-on-1. Moves it off to the middle. One dribble. Jumper. No good. Around the rim and out to miss by Mitchell. Next whistle would take us to the first media timeout on the floor here. NC State with a possession. Left corner Casey Morcell. Morcell's working on Roach. Morcell drives downhill with a runner off the back rim twice. No good. A rebound secured by Filipowski. Slow start offensively. 5 minutes in, just 10 points combined. And Roach will slow it down. Duke's in a field goal shooting drought in the last 4 minutes, 45 seconds plus right now. Roach, the wing. Mitchell back into the hands to Roach. Right baseline dribble. His pass gets intercepted by Horn here of NC State. Horn going to slow it down. Didn't have a numbers advantage right there. Top of the key to Burns. Burns working on Mitchell. Hands it off. PJ Horn. Horn at the right wing perimeter. Takes the three. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped off the glass. Duke secures the rebound. Pass ahead. Transition three. McCain lets it rain as he delivers. 7-6 Duke right now. We're going fast through this one. 14-15 left to play and yet to have a timeout. We're well past the 16-minute mark. Media break. Jared McCain, a monster game he had, dropping down 30 a week ago in the win over James Madison. O'Connell slows down the possession, defended by McCain around the perimeter. O'Connell at the right wing. NC State yet to make a three. 0 for 2 from the perimeter. Into the hands here of Burns. He backs his way in. Filipowski. Burns off the pivot underneath over. Filipowski scores up and through. It is good for the bucket. Just an absolute tank out there for DJ Burns for NC State. 6 points out of the 8 so far. 6'9", 275. The senior from Rock Hill, South Carolina. McCain at the wing. On top off to Mitchell. Outside back to McCain at the left wing. McCain dribbles up, drives inside the key. No good off the glass, and we have our first foul. NC State picks up the shooting foul. This should be shots covered up at the free throw line for Jared McCain for Duke. We're going to take the first timeout on the floor. Media break. As we are under 13.5 left to play. It's 8-7 NC State. Quick start right off the timer in this game. Took us a while to finally get to the first media timeout, but if you're enjoying the stream here, joining in for the first time, make sure to keep on hitting the thumbs up, hit that like button. It helps out this video a ton being found on YouTube. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you like to keep on coming back for future live streams here on the channel. So DJ's got one early on. Both of the DJs actually with one apiece between DJ Horn and DJ Burns right now, splitting one foul each for NC State. Duke's yet to commit a foul so far. What's good, JD? Welcome back in. He's taking the Wolfpack in this one. Tough start for Duke so far offensively. Just 2 for 8 shooting. NC State 4 for 9. DJ Burns carrying right now. He's got 6 out of the 8. And whoever wins this game will face Purdue in the Final Four. A lot of history with Duke as they've been there plenty of times. before. 17 Final Fours, including their last one, which was 2 years ago with Paulo Banchero for Duke, and an NC State. It's been a while since they've gone to a Final Four. That was 1983, a long time ago. They've been to 3 Final Fours, 1950, 1974, 1983. They won the national championship in 74 and 83. They shocked the world in 83 as they upset Houston in that 1983 national championship game. They were the 6th seed in that one for NC State. That was like an instant classic. I go UConn, but I did make the point that UConn's playing their first like true road game. They're flying by plane into another time zone, 3 hours west. So there's an opportunity for Alabama. But I do like UConn, in my opinion, to win that one. But I think it's going to be the toughest game that they've played in the tournament by far for the next one. They're showing the 1983 championship. A dunk right before the buzzer off the air ball. NC State shocked Houston 54-52 in the national championship in 1983. They won 17-10 as a 6th seed. They entered a NCAA tournament as the ACC tournament champions. They won the final 10 games of the 1983 season, including 6 in the NCAA tournament. Right now, they're on an 8-game win streak for NC State. What an incredible story. They were tied with Louisville in the first round of the ACC tournament with 4.5 minutes left. It was 75-75. They won that game 94-85. Beat Syracuse. Upset Duke in the ACC quarters the last time these two teams met up, 74-65. And then they banked in the 3 to force overtime against Virginia, won that game, and beat UNC en route to winning the ACC crown. Both of the shots go down at the free throw line for Duke. 9-8 now to score. Burns with 6 out of the 8 so far for the Wolfpack. Morcell towards his right free throw circle. Bounce pass down to the low block over to Middlebrooks. Middlebrooks turn around inside the key. He gets fouled. So he'll have 2 coming up at the line for NC State. Two free throws here for Will Middlebrooks, and the first one's no good. Around the rim and out. McCain leads Duke so far. He's got 5 out of the 9, including the 2 free throws. Mitchell's also perfect at the free throw line, 2 for 2. Second shot by Middlebrooks is good. 9-all. Proctor, bounce pass over to the elbow. Ryan Young, first time on the floor today. Off to Proctor, top of the key. Proctor, crossover, swings it off to McCain at the wing. Lobs it off to Young, hand off McCain. Left corner, launches a 3, missed off the back rim. He got fouled, though. So he's going to shoot 3 shots coming up at the free throw line for Duke. With McCain, as that was charged to Mohamed Diarra around the perimeter. Bad foul picked up there on a 3-point shot attempt by Diarra, trying to close out from the perimeter. James, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Happy Easter, man. Happy Easter to everybody out there. First free throw is good by McCain. Second shot's good. DJ Burns will check back into the game. He replaces Diarra, which will head on the bench. Burns with 1 quick personal foul early on. Diarra now with his first today. So now 3 total by the Wolfpack. Burns, Horn, and Diarra all with 1 foul each. And Duke with just one foul so far. That was committed by Ryan Young off the bench. Third free throw here by McCain. Makes them all. 12-9 for the Blue Devils. They've now got 7 out of the 12 scored at the free throw line. NC State just 1 for 2. Duke's perfect, 7 for 7 right now. At the wing with Michael O'Connell. He passes down low, Middlebrooks. Middlebrooks trying to power his way right past Young. No good. Missed off the top right part of the glass. Goes back to Duke here. Look at the push tempo. Weaving their way right to the hoop. It is Proctor. No good. He left it short. Goes back to NC State here with a board. Up the floor, P.J. Horn. Kick out, quarter 3 transition. No good off the front rim. Missed off to Mark O'Connell. Back out to the top. Horn going to try a 3. Comes off the rim short again. 0 for 4 right now from the perimeter by the Wolfpack. And Duke will slow down tempo. Just a lot of 3s missing short here for NC State. Proctor has it at the edge of the March Madness logo. Calls for a screen to be set by Young. Proctor, dribble drive up to the low block. Proctor now, he got called into travel. Left his pivot foot there for Proctor after he stopped the dribble. This will be NC State ball. We take the second timeout today. Second media timeout of the game. 12-9, Duke by 3. All right, timeout number 2 of action. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys for finding the stream, being a part here on the channel. We got almost 70 plus watching, and welcoming all the new viewers being a part here right now, watching in at this moment. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win if you haven't done so already. Type it in. Duke, NC State, Blue Devils, Pack. Type it in. Jared McCain, 8 out of the 12 so far. And he's perfect, 5 for 5 at the free throw line. Got fouled on a 3-point shot attempt. It was a bad personal foul charged to Mohamed Diarra of NC State. Duke's hanging a 7.5 in this game on the line. Over under at 142.5. Hey, what's good? Charles, welcome back in. Hope all is going well, man. Glad to have you back in the stream. And happy Easter out to those who celebrate today. Jen, welcome back in. She's got NC State for this one. What a story. 5 straight games in 5 straight days. This is their 9th now in a 19-day span. Hey, there we go. So Charlestown in paradise right there with a warm welcome. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting snow over here, I think, in the middle of this week. I'm from Massachusetts, not too far away from Boston, so yeah, right now it's like upper 50s today. It's a nice day outside. Clear, sunny, upper 50s, and then we're supposed to be getting snow in my area. Crazy. Yeah, that would be unbelievable if NC State able to make it to the national championship game. Wow. What a run for the Wolfpack. They're down by just 3 currently. I'm kind of shocked Duke's hanging a 7.5 on the line right now. I would lean towards NC State. I think it's going to be much closer. Duke got by Houston without their top player for like the final 30 minutes of that game. That was close. And Houston, they knew they had no shot at that one because it's so tough when you have a player that good like Jamal Shed. Just really, really difficult there. And they only lost by 3. Huge rejection off the glass as we come back as Sean Stewart rejects a layup attempt there by Middlebrook straight down off the glass. Duke with the ball. 11.5 left to go in the first. Tyrese Proctor. Hand off to Roach around the perimeter. 12 on the shot clock here for Duke. Calls for the screen to be set by Filipowski. Roach dribbles up to the elbow outside. Filipowski pops up for a three. That came off the rim short, no good. He made a couple massive threes on Friday against Houston. NC State's yet to make a three so far. Burns backs his way on Filipowski. Down to the low left block. Burns, turnaround, hook shot. He's got it. Put Filipowski right to score right there for the two. DJ Burns putting in the work right now. 12-11. Burns got 8 out of those 11 points so far this game. 10:40 left to play. Roach drives straight line. No good. Missed a hook shot off the glass. They got numbers. 5 on floor. Roach is out of the play. Carly Horn looks to attack. Horn at the low block. They got numbers. One guy out on the perimeter too, but Duke will give the reach and foul though. A smart decision right there for Duke because NC State was going to score, most likely, on that possession, and Duke picked up the reach-in. See, Roach missed the shot. He was out of the play. He fell right down next to the camera crew. Inbound for the Wolfpack underneath Burns. Couldn't convert that time. Out of bounds. Last off of Burns. That was close. Mitchell was down there as well. They said that Burns touched it last, though, at the baseline out of bounds. Wow, that's nice. 76 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be a couple more months until my area gets 76. There was one year, I think it was like 2013, we got like 75-degree days back in spring break in March. 3 at the wing. It is good. Able to rattle it in. Tyrese Proctor. That is McCain actually coming off the screen. McCain's up to 8 right now for him. 15-11. Burns, runner, rattles out. No good. Missed off the mark. Filipowski. And Burns collects his second foul. Now, that was close, too. You got to watch out for that elbow of Filipowski after he came up with a rebound. That elbow is going backwards towards the face of Burns, but Burns got called for over the back here. Oh, ooh, yeah. Burns was the first one to initiate it, actually. Burns hit him in the mouth first. So, yeah, that's clearly on Burns. So, Burns picks up his second personal foul, and now he has to take a seat on the bench. So, Burns trying to go up for the rebound with a left arm extended. Hit Filipowski square in the lips area. 15-11. Lob goes across the floor off to McCain. McCain's got 8 out of the 15. McCain turns the corner, drives down low. McCain tried to split defenders, missed the layup, and we got a loose ball foul charge to Roach here for Duke. So Diarra came up with a rebound, and he got clawed at by Roach. Yeah, things going to start to really get physical in this game. Both of these teams, big-time rivals. 25 minutes away from one another. Hockey from home, welcome back in. 9.5 left to go. NC State with a possession, just 5 for 16 for NC State. Duke's only 3 for 13. Really just limited field goal shooting game right now. A lot of dribbling by Diarra. Hands it off. Here's a corner 3 by Horde. Open up the bank right there. How'd he do that? He cashed it in at the left corner somehow, some way by DJ Horde with a 3. Gonna skid it off an angle right there, banked off the glass, and it went in. Other 9 left to go before halftime. Filipowski around the perimeter, dribbles up free throw circle. Filipowski drives off the leaner over Diarra, drills the 2. Now we're starting to see the scoring pick up. Michael O'Connell on top to Middlebrooks here. Middlebrooks looking to hand it off. Gets Horn involved. Passes off the roll down, but away from the ball. Duke will pick up the foul. And that's their 4th. Both teams with 4 personal fouls each now. Inbound NC State, and another foul committed. Jalen Blake said, picked up one recently. This is going to be charged up. Trying to get around the screen. Yeah, it's Blake's. Blake's won another foul. Proctor had the one previous to that. Blake's now has 2 underneath. Middlebrooks got rejected by the bottom part of the rim. Got it back off the rebound, though. Diarra took a 3. Bricked off the back heel. Rebound secure by Blake's. 17-14. NC State cannot buy a 3 right now. They've come empty from the perimeter. Roach slows it down. Roach at the top of the key. Looking to turn the corner, drives downhill to the rim, scoop score, up and in off the backboard with a right-hand layup. Largest lead of the game by Duke, 19-14. Jeremy Roach, he was massive. And a win over Houston, couple shots late in the clutch to seal the deal. NC State with the ball, bounce pass underneath to Middlebrooks, fires it over to the cutting Diarra. That is well short, no good. Tough defense there for Duke. Duke with their largest lead, they cross midcourts. Roach, defended by Morcell, going to slow down the possession. I'd say Zach Edey right now for Purdue, the player of the tournament. He just had 40 points in the last game against Tennessee. Up underneath, Mark Mitchell off the double clutch scores off the glass. 21-14 to score. NC State has to burn one here. 7:07 left to go before halftime as we take the third timeout of the game. First timeout charge to NC State. Pringle, welcome back in. FN on the stream. Welcome aboard. This game's starting to slip away from NC State right now. They've yet to find any sort of rhythm offensively to go along with their team. Just 6 for 20 from the floor. DJ Burns has got 8 out of the 14, but just anything from like 12 feet away plus has been really difficult for them to connect on. Burns is 4 for 7. Everybody else has made 1 field goal or fewer right now. Duke led by Jared McCain. He's got 11. Perfect. 2 for 2 from 3. 5 for 5 at the free throw line. Yeah, I do think if Houston had Jamal Shed, it might be different right now, in my opinion. But yeah, without Shed there, Duke was able to get that win. But I do think that, like, whoever makes it to the Final Four certainly earned it. Like, NC State is playing their best basketball right now this season right here. And Duke, that was a big win for Duke over Houston because they needed that signature win. They hadn't beat a team that was either a 1 or a 2 seed, and they got that. They've been playing their best basketball right now for Duke. Their defense low-key has been terrific for Duke. I saw a graphic. They're only allowing around 51 points per game to opponents. And right now, they're just stifling NC State here. But I do think that game would have gone in Houston's way if Shed wasn't injured. So whoever wins this one's going to face Purdue. Zach Edey was just incredible today. 40 points, 16 rebounds. It's going to be UConn against Alabama. Left side of the bracket in the Final Four. And then whoever wins this will face Purdue. Alabama was down 13 points last night. 26-13, came all the way back to beat Clemson. And Purdue was down by 11. They were down 32-21, came all the way back and beat Tennessee. Right now, NC State is trailing by 7. 7 minutes left to go. They got to get something here for NC State because they have just 0 offensive firepower from shots 12 feet or further away. They couldn't finish at the rim either. Horn off the front rim, tipped out of bounds by Middlebrooks. And this will take us to the media break. 6:52 left to go as we have a media timeout on the floor. Yeah, it's been a really tough shooting display for NC State here. Having a lot of issues finishing at the rim lately. DJ Burns has 2 fouls, and he's been like the key player that's done everything for the Wolfpack. Right now, NC State's only 29% shooting, 1 for 6 from 3. It was DJ Horn that made that lone 3. This is more of a revenge game for Duke because they were the last team to lose against NC State for them. Coming into this one, NC State lost the first time against Duke. NC State lost at home against Duke. And then NC State beat Duke in the ACC tournament. Yeah, so Duke won 79-64 on March 4th, and then NC State won 74-69 in the ACC tournament March 14th. Yeah, that's a really good question. I think you can make a point for both of these teams. If NC State does come out of this, they have the chance to be another double-digit seed that has the opportunity to eliminate Purdue. North Texas in 2021, they were a 13. St. Peter's was a 15, eliminated Purdue. Last year, the 16 with FDU, and then that'd be crazy if NC State makes it out of this one as an 11, and if they eliminate Purdue somehow, shock the world, be another double-digit seed to eliminate Purdue. But I think a matchup standpoint, probably Purdue wouldn't want to face Duke more so. NC State right now just can't find a rhythm with their shots. And they haven't been a great three-point shooting team this season either. Like, a lot of these threes are missing poorly right now. They really need to start making shots, or this is going to be a difficult game for them. Like, nothing's gone down within, like, 12 feet or greater, besides one shot made by P.J. Horn. Turnaround shot no good. Inside the key there by McCain from 11 feet out. Here we go with NC State. Out to the corner. Trying to walk the tightrope as Filipowski gets called on the reach and foul. Both of the ACC coaches, between Kevin Keats and Brad Brano, both of them basically had their jobs in the line this year, and they proved it big time. And both of those coaches were on the hot seat, leading their teams to the NCAA tournament, and will be back next season. Inbound, Horn, baseline J, connects on it. 21-16. Good basket right there. Quick off the inbound. Duke will slow down the possession. Duke plays like a slower tempo game. They've really been able to slow it down here at the tournament for Dukes. They want to get ahead, stay ahead. They've got a 5-point lead currently, and once they get up, they want to start to play their style. Roach slices defenders, takes it right to the bucket. He scores with a right-hand layup. It's been like Mr. Clutch this year for Roach. He came up big in the win over Houston. That's a massive basket there, just slicing between two defenders. 5:40 left to go. NC State with the ball. Horn at the top. Moves it out to his left to Morcell. Morcell drives up to the left elbow. Turnaround jumper. Tough two. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secure by Mitchell here for Duke. Duke again will slow down tempo. Filipowski at the top of the key. Jab step, drives, downhill, kick out to the baseline. Jalen Blakes dribbles back outside, puts the ball into the hands to Jeremy Roach now. Roach at the top of the key, working on Diarra. He committed a foul on a three-point shot. Roach outside, swings it off to McCain, takes the three, off the front rim, no good. Rebound secured by NC State. And a block from behind by Filipowski. Middlebrooks comes away with it, though. Shovels off to Morcell. Not much movement here by the offense for NC State. They're playing iso ball all over the place. That's a forced-up jumper missed by Diarra on an 18-footer. And Duke again will slow it down. 17-7 in backcourt scoring in favor of Duke. Yeah, Burns had a great start, but on the bench currently with DJ Burns with those 2 fouls. And Filipowski blocked from behind by Middlebrooks. It results in a steal up the floor here for NC State, pushing tempo to the rim, and they get the layup. Michael O'Connell takes it a distance for the Wolfpack. 23-18. Down to 4:15 left to play, and we'll have a timeout on the floor. So Duke's going to take one right now. Filipowski got rejected from behind, and O'Connell in transition cashed it in. Transition offense. A couple of times today, NC State's able to score in transition. Hey, what's good, Jay Ramirez? Happy Easter to you, man. Glad to have you back in. Yeah, let me see. I'm not entirely sure. I'll take a look at that, though. I know both of them were on the hot seat. Seems like it's like those unlikely teams that you can't, like, come out of nowhere. I remember Oregon State 3 years ago. They went on this wild run to the Elite Eights. So we got an extension that's going to keep them there through this year. Oh, another 2-year extension. This one says 2026 in the original Clemson article. So Brad Brownell got a new extension through 2026 for him. Yeah, there's a couple of couple other like sites out there that are like advocating for Brad Brownell of Clemson, that he deserves a lifetime contract after Clemson's run to the Elite Eight. Oh, wow. So Kevin Keats here for NC State. Okay, so Kevin Keats, after winning the ACC Tournament Championship, Keats received a new contract extension for 2 years. And he's locked in through the 2030 season for him. Wow, they got a lot of like additional revenue for NC State here for Keats. So after winning the ACC Championship, he also got a $100,000 sign-in bonus, or a $100,000 bonus for that win. Also a raise of $400,000, and then a huge bump in salary too for him. Wow, well deserved there for both of those head coaches there. Both of them were coming in like on the hot seat this season and making the Elite Eight. NC State trailing by 5 right now. We come back from the timeout. 23-18, Duke with the possession. Roach has it at the wing. Roach swings it outside. McCain launches a three. Came up the rim short. No good. Rebound controlled by the Wolfpack. They got numbers 3 on 2 up the floor. They'll take a transition three. That's a poor decision. Came off short. Offensive rebound, though, back to the Wolfpack, though. Pro hot floater. Horn. No good. Ripped around off the glass as a rebound controlled by Ryan Young. Yeah, a bunch of money goes to the conference when teams like advance further into the tournament, and if a certain team wins their conference championship. McCain drives downhill with a runner, and he'll get fouled. He was targeting Middlebrooks, who picks up the personal foul. Yeah, DJ Burns early in really put Filipowski to the skull at the start of this game. Duke's lucky that Burns has gotten into a little bit of foul trouble right now. He's got 2. So he's been on the bench for a while now. He's been on the bench. Still not on the floor for Burns. He's been on the bench for like almost 10 minutes at this rate. First free throw is good at the line for Duke. 24-18. And now Burns comes back. So speaking of Burns, as he will substitute back in with those 2 fouls. Muhammad Diarra also picked up his second and will head out. Hey, Mario, welcome in. Happy Easter, man. Glad that you're feeling better. Free throw number 2 is good by McCain. McCain's really having an excellent game. Plus a strong tournament for him. 13 out of the 25 through McCain right now for Duke. Marcel, bounce pass goes to Burns. He's defended by Ryan Young. Oh, nice pass in the trailer right there with a huge deflection from behind by Duke, though. That was a great feed by Burns. Even better defensive stop there by Duke from behind. Missed jumper off the mid-range shot for the Blue Devils as Burns secured the rebounds. O'Connell going to slow down the possession. Under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. NC State's only got 18 points to show for. Marcel dribbles up to the baseline. Step back jumper deep too. Bricked off the back heel. Rebound secured. Who's got it? Duke pouncing on the deck here with the ball. Same as NC State. And we got a tie up. It's going to stay Wolfpack ball. They got to get Burns some more touches down low. That's the only thing that's worked. Everything else has been just not going their way. They're just not an accurate shooting team for NC State. They've been forcing up a lot of like deep jumpers, and they keep on missing those. Inbound for the Wolfpack. Horn, bounce pass to Burns, deflected, intercepted by Duke, but they stepped out of bounds with it. A great effort by Stewart here. Deflected the pass, tried to keep it in the court of play, but he was out of bounds with Stewart. Yeah, one of his feet was out of bounds. The other one was in. He was out, though. Inbound NC State. P.J. Horn. Lobs it over to Burns. DJ Horn off the DJ Burns and off the hands of Burns out of bounds. Yeah, it's a Cinderella team. I feel like a lot of people talk about Cinderellas being like mid-majors, but they're definitely a Cinderella because nobody thought that they will make it like at the start of the month. Nobody in the world would have thought NC State would have been here, that they needed to win 5 games in 5 days to win their conference tournaments. Duke's in a scoring drought. Last 3.5 minutes, they've yet to make a field goal, and Roach will continue that. Missed the fall-away shot. Just above 2 minutes left, goes back to the Wolfpack. Horn on top, Middlebrooks into the hands of O'Connell. O'Connell jumper mid-range, just not their shot today. Missed the shot. Rebound controlled by McCain. McCain right now has been the player of the game. 13 points. Just picked up his first rebound today. McCain's going to slow down tempo. Has it at the wing. Sends it on top over to Stewart. Stewart passes out left wing. Roach gets around the defender. Roach floats it up over the top. Stewart puts it in. Up and in off the glass. Able to catch it underneath the hoop and floated up as he was between 2 defenders. 27-18. NC State cannot buy a bucket. 3-minute scoring drought right now for the Wolfpack. DJ Burns. He has to get down low. He's been able to find a little bit of success early on against Filipowski. Floater! They got something. That is Horn. +1 coming up at the line. A generous bounce right there off the rim. 27-20. He was leaning forward. In between Stewart and Blake's. Got the contact and one. That's a good momentum booster right there. Actually, this is number 1, Jaden Taylor, getting them a spark. Taylor off the bench, not Horn. Horn's number 0. Taylor's shot's good. 6-point game right now. That's a critical 3-point play. Burns and DR are both with 2 fouls. Blake's has 3. Proctor has 2. Blake's just picked up his 3rd. Bobbled on the far side, but McCain able to keep it alive for Duke. Top of the key with Roach. Roach defended around the perimeter by Taylor. Roach dribbles up, drives downhill to the rim, and we will have an offensive foul picked up, charged to Duke. 59 seconds left. Pushing off with the right hand, charge to Roach. Two rivals separated by 25 minutes. Things getting really chippy. Filipowski, too, was trying to battle for position between him and Middlebrooks, and both of them locked arms. Wow, it was actually on Filipowski. I thought it was initially on Roach because he pushed off the dribble, too, but they could have called that as well. But Filipowski before locked arms with Middlebrooks, and they called it on Filipowski, so Filipowski has to take a seat on the bench now with his 2nd foul. NC State with a little bit of momentum, trying to see if they can inch back closer. Top of the key with Morcell. Lobs it off to Burns. Burns backs his way on Young. Turnaround jumper. Burns off the back rim, no good. Young collects the defensive board. 14-second differential between shot clock and game clock to close out the half. 35 on the game clock, 21 in the shot clock. Blake's has it here for Duke. He's committed 3 fouls, though, in the first half. Quite a bit of foul trouble here in this first half at the wing. It is Roach. Roach down to 6 on the shot clock. Ball gets poked loose out of bounds, and it will stay Duke ball with 4.1 on the shot clock. I do like UConn in that game against Purdue, but if UConn does get into foul trouble, then that may swing into Purdue's favor in that game. Inbound. Here's a 3 by Duke off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Off the mark. Again, missed by Blakes. Picked up in the corner. 10 seconds left to go here for NC State. Looking to get off the final shot before halftime as they attack downhill. Got it stripped out of bounds. 2.1 seconds left to go, and it's off of NC State. Duke's defense is a force. Yeah, that's a clear stripping off the knee of Michael O'Connell. That's a heads-up play right there. Jared McCain been a player of the game. He was the one who stripped O'Connell. Stripped him, clean to the basketball, off a drive. Landed off, I think his shoe out of bounds. The 3, that is well off the mark. No good. We go into halftime. Points are very few and far to come by in this game. 27-21. Duke's defense in the tournament hasn't been talked about a lot, but what they've done has been just really, really good for the Blue Devils. 27-21 right now as we enter half. All right, 27-21. We go into halftime here, and NC State having a lot of issues putting the ball into the bucket. Just 9 made field goals. They've only turned it over twice, so that's a key so far for them. Duke's turned it over 5 times. Hey, thanks so much, Manic Mech. Appreciate it here for being a part of the stream. McCain, he's been the best player on the floor. 13 by McCain, 7 for 7 at the free throw line. I mean, he has missed shots, though, but he's made up for getting to the free throw line for McCain. Not really anybody's been able to do much scoring-wise. DJ Burns opened up the game solid. This was back and forth in the first, like, 6-7 minutes, and then Duke got on to a run. They've led ever since. NC State has been trailing. It's been lengthy droughts by these two teams. Largest lead was Duke, led by 9 at one point. NC State led early on by 2. Yeah, it's just incredibly dominant how UConn's been playing. I do like UConn once again to repeat as national champs. I think the only thing that's stopping them is if they do get into foul trouble with some of their key players, anything's possible. But they've had matchups where they have gotten into foul trouble, and they've been able to just win those games at the end. Wow. So you called St. Peter's over Purdue. Holy smokes. Got 6 times that bet. That's crazy. Wow. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Right now, we're just at halftime here in this one. And really appreciate everybody for hanging in, being a part, coming out for these streams in the tournament. Hey, what's good, Jared? Welcome in. Congrats on Purdue today. I think there's a really good shot that it's going to be UConn against Purdue in the championship. Klingon versus Edey. Duke's going to have to put together a masterpiece plan if they come out of this game and win. And that means Filipowski's going to have to be up for the challenge against Edey, which, I mean, he was not looking good early on against DJ Burns. Early foul trouble took NC State a little bit away from this game. Burns picked up his second foul, 2 by Diarra, and their front court guys in quite a bit of foul trouble so far. Top scorer is Burns with 8, and that was early on. I think he had like 8 points in the first 10 minutes for him, and then he sat on the bench for a good chunk of time there too. Just NC State's just not connecting on their opportunities. Like, they just don't have, like, guys that can, like, knock down shots at a consistent rate. Hey, there we go. Red Sox up 5-1. Good to see. Good start for them. They won their first game this year. Alex, welcome back in the stream, man. Happy Easter out to you, brother. Hope everybody's enjoying their Easter Sunday here if you guys celebrate. Yeah, NC State needs DJ Burns to remain out of foul trouble any way possible the second half. This just hasn't been a good first half. DJ Horn, he's got 5, but he's only 2 for 9 shooting. I took Duke in this one. Be an incredible story if NC State's going to come out of this. We'll see what they can do in the second half, though. I just hope it can become close. 'Cause they're only down by 6, but, I mean, 21 points in the first half. It doesn't seem like they're down by 6. They're just missing so many shots. Actually, the crazy thing about it is that NC State has made one more field goal than Duke. NC State's 9 for 34. Duke's 8 for 26. Duke's made 9 free throws. They're perfect at the line. 9 for 9. NC State's 2 for 3. Just because NC State has... They're only shooting 26.5%. They've attempted 8 more shots than Duke in the first half. 9 for 34. Duke is 8 for 26. Oof. BC is losing to Quinnipiac right now in college hockey. Yikes. That's not good. I know Quinnipiac's really, really good at hockey, though, but Big East is a major conference school. Even though hockey, I feel like, is more like a level playing field than, like, a lot of the other sports. Because I think there was one, Michigan Tech. Like, they don't have a Division I basketball team for them. Yeah, Michigan Tech, which went to the NCAA tournament. I heard that name yesterday for the first time. They're not like a Division I athletics program for a lot of the other stuff, but they play D1 hockey. So they compete in D2 for most sports for Michigan Tech. Interesting. But they're Division I for ice hockey. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not the Heat in the first round. Heat have played some close games against the Celtics this year. Hoping it's not the Hawks, too. It might be Philly. Yeah, both of these schools are half an hour apart from each other. Might be Philly. That's if Philly gets in. Philly might not even get in for the Eastern Conference playoffs. I think for the Celtics, I think probably the best matchup for them would be Chicago if they get them. Right now, Chicago's in 9th in the East. I don't like how they played against Atlanta, though, this week. Okay, so Dan Hurley, the head coach for UConn, the guy that I work with, that I do a lot of the sports announcing for one of the colleges that I work for at a D3 school, he graduated from Seton Hall back in the 90s. He went to Seton Hall when Dan Hurley was there, and Dan Hurley's brother Bobby Hurley as well. And he was actually in a lot of classes with Dan Hurley too. So he was telling me one of the years when he was in class with Hurley was missing like a lot of days in college. I guess he had a rough time during one of the years at Seton Hall in the 90s because One of his family members had passed away. But, and he was always overshadowed by his other brother, too. But, like, what a story. Winning the national championship. And I actually know someone who I work very closely with that went to classes, was in the same class, sat next to him in class. It's just pretty interesting for a story right there. Both of them graduated from Seton Hall. And URI used to be so good last decade because of Hurley. Like, he got the most out of that URI program. He spent 2012 to 2018 at URI, got the team into the top 25 a couple times. I mean, it was just incredibly impressive what he did for, like, an A10 program. Like, all the steps up that he's taken throughout his career. So he was at Seton Hall from 91 to 96. Started off at a high school as an assistant coach in the late 90s. Went to Rutgers as an assistant. St. Benedict's Prep he was at in New Jersey. He was at a prep school for 9 years, from 2001 to 2010. You got to get your coaching start someplace. It just doesn't happen over time that you can jump into a D1 opportunity. It takes years and years and years to build. And wow, just what a career. Only spent 2 years at Wagner, so he got his first opportunity at Wagner over on Staten Island, 2010 to 2012. Made his way up to URI. I remember he recruited E.C. Matthews at URI. I saw something on Twitter the other day. I'm going to see if I can find it. It was something about E.C. Matthews over on Twitter. It was between UConn and I think Alabama. Some ties that E.C. Matthews had to both Dan Hurley when he played at URI, and there was another tie that E.C. Matthews had to Alabama. Yeah, I bet so. I get to see him this upcoming Friday, so I'll see if he's got any like good stories. Oh wow, here it is. So I came across it with John Rothstein from CBS Sports tweeted out yesterday that when Dan Hurley built up URI's program, his first major recruit was E.C. Matthews from Romulus, Michigan. And the high school coach at the time for E.C. Matthews before he played for Dan Hurley at URI was Nate Oates for Alabama. Wow. That is something right there. So, a former college basketball player played high school ball under Nate Oates and then went to college and played college ball under Dan Hurley. Wow, that's incredible. And Nate Oates, too, he worked his way up. He was at Buffalo. I remember Buffalo upset Arizona when he was the head coach. They had like a 30-plus win season for Buffalo. Wisconsin Whitewater. That's like a powerhouse D3 school because I do a lot of D3 broadcasting, and the names that always stick out that are like out of region are either Johns Hopkins, which they're D1 for lacrosse, and they're really, really good for lacrosse. I think they're like top 15 for lacrosse at D1, but they're D3 for the other sports. Wisconsin Whitewater, which is like a consistent top 20 D3 basketball powerhouse. So Nate Oates was there as an assistant in the early 2000s. And then he went to Romulus High School in Michigan, coached for 9 years Became an assistant at Buffalo in the mid-2010s. Head coach of Buffalo 2015 to 2019. Head coach of Alabama 2019 to present. Yeah, just incredible stories. I remember URI, like, last decade had those games packed when Hurley was the head coach. I remember, too, at first, like, everybody was wondering why would he leave URI. Well, duh. He's going to bring UConn right back to the national stage, and he did that within, like, a 5-year turnaround from UConn, and now can make history winning back-to-back championships. Hey, what's good? Will in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, it's been a pretty good tournament so far. I know some people haven't really enjoyed the tournament because of, like, the lack of, like, mid-major Cinderellas, but I think it's been really, really good. Every single tournament always seems to have, like, great games. I like how finally we have a lot of close games these rounds, because the second round we had, like, a bunch of blowouts. I'm glad that I was able to finally cover a lot of these close games, like last night, the night before. Will with a dono, you the legend, brother. Thanks so much for the dono. Really appreciate it, man. Let's get that dono hype here for Will in the stream. Yeah, the second round was rough. I think a lot of those streams I covered were blowouts, like the Duke James Madison one, and then the last one for the second round was incredible. The Houston Texas A&M game, that was awesome. Ah, sorry to hear that, Will. Yeah, they made a run late stretch of the year. Yeah, this has been a long halftime. They have longer halftimes in the tournament. So for Vegas here, I'm seeing possible snow midweek for, like, Rhode Island, Mass, New Hampshire. It's going to get, like, significant accumulations, but we're supposed to be getting some snow on Wednesday into Thursday. It looks like Providence points north. It looks like, so Providence all the way across to Plymouth points north. So, like, so yeah, getting some plowable snow into, like, the middle of Connecticut too, like Hartford points north. Highest totals New Hampshire upwards. It's crazy. All right, going to have the second half here in just a moment. NC State limited to just 26% from the floor in the first half. A lot of rough misses for their team. They need to make an effort to get to the rim, because what they've been attempting, they've settled for a lot of, like, mid-range jump shots, deep twos. Those have not been close. 9 for 34 by NC State. Duke went just 8 for 26 in the first half. So Duke had a lot of issues too offensively. Duke's able to make their free throws. 9 for 9. Last game between Purdue and Tennessee was a big free throw disparity, but Purdue earned those free throws. NC State had a bad foul they committed around the perimeter. Jared McCain's perfect at the free throw line, too, 7 for 7. He's the lone player in double figures. He's got 13. DJ Burns, front court guys, got to stay out of foul trouble for NC State if they want to have any sort of comeback opportunity with them. Burns has 2 fouls by Mohamed Diarra. And Burns has 8 points. He leads the way, and his first 8 points were scored in basically like around the first 8 minutes. And we see the shooting chart for NC State. Cold everything, top of the key, 0 for 5. Where they've taken threes. They are cold all over the floor right now. So here we go. Back to the second half. Left to right on the court. Tyrese Proctor off to Roach as Duke has the basketball first. Proctor, Roach to the corner. Here's Proctor with a 3. Missed off the rim. A rebound controlled by Burns. It's going to be NC State with a possession here. I'm not sure just yet. I'll find out probably on Friday or so, my schedule. I have 2 games for baseball. I'm at another site at 12 and 3, but I'm not sure if I'll have to write up articles later that day. I'll probably figure out on Friday when he tells me, or so the day before. DJ Bird's up to 10 off the pivot, scores up and it off the glass. I'm hoping to cover the Celtics tomorrow, so feel free to join in. I'm working a lot of overtime this week at work since I have to train a new host, so I'll be later, coming home late at work. So instead of working my usual hours, 8 to 4, it's 8 to 6 this week. So tomorrow I'm planning on being back if I'm able to for the Celtics tomorrow versus the Hornets. And then I'll probably post in the chat sometime when my upcoming schedule will be. And NC State had it out in transition. Fast break, DJ Horn lost the handle, turned it over. Out of bounds. That's devastating there for Horn. Yeah, he got it stripped by Roach. Horn's in a little bit of pain too, grabbing the lower part of his wrist. Horn had it stripped in transition, and then the basketball bounced off his body and went out of bounds. That's not the first time it's happened today. Duke's been really solid defensively. Inbound here for Duke. Filipowski at the low block, working on Burns. Filipowski over Burns, powers his way, gets it to go, up and off the glass for 2. 29-23 Duke. Finally, we get to see some sort of scoring here. Smith's on the street, welcome in. Duke's 6-point lead. NC State with the ball. The lob goes to Burns. Filipowski's out of position. Burns dump off. Underneath wasn't cleanly handled by DR. A bounce pass left corner. Open 3. O'Connell. That is a bad miss as it skidded off the side of the glass. Loose ball. Who wants it? A comedy of errors. Roach. Kick out corner 3. Open. Proctor. No good. Offensive rebound. Filipowski. Turn around. Missed off the rim. Short underneath Mitchell. Swung it to the wrong player. Gets intercepted. 2-on-1 fast break NC State, and they convert up and in. It's good for the layup scored by DJ Horn. 29-25. We get a comedy mistakes right now in this one. Duke had multiple players in transition on a loose ball that they were diving for, and they could not make an open 3. Proctor at the top, away from the ball. We'll have, this is going to be a check on DJ Horn. I believe here he had issues with his wrist a couple minutes prior. Scored in transition by Horn there. And he's okay getting up the floor that time. So we've stopped the clock. 17-25. No foul committed there. I think just to stop and look at time and check up on Horn. NC State has 3 timeouts remaining, same as Duke. NC State scored 6 points off Duke turnovers in this game. Duke gets the inbounds. Top of the key, Mark Mitchell. Not a 3-point shooter. He dribbles up, drives on Burns, kick out to the corner. Pro hop by McCain. Jumper, mid-range, drills the 2. 31-25 Duke. 15 out of the 31 going to Jaron McCain in this game. O'Connell out to the top of the free throw circle. DR back into the hands of O'Connell. Bounce pass into Burns. Backs his way on Filipowski. Burns inside over Filipowski. Oh, that's a strong bucket for the big boy. DJ Burns inside the low post. 2 more over Filipowski. 31-27. DJ Burns keeping his team in it right now. 12 out of the 27. 16 of 14 points in the paint in favor of NC State. Mitchell underneath. Mitchell got it. Left hand off balance somehow, some way. Found his way into the buckets. 12 by Burns. Rest of the team with 15. On 6 for 28 shooting for the rest of the team. Burns is 60% himself, 6 for 10. Outside to Diarra. He takes the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Mohamed Diarra decides to take a 3 ball. Rebound control by Duke. That's a poor decision right there. Diarra is not a 3-point shooter. Proctor drives up to the elbow. Outside moves the pass to Roach. Roach dribble drive inside downhill to the rim. No good. Burns collects the one-hand rebounds. NC State up the floor. O'Connell at the left wing. You got to play your offense through Burns. Get this dude some more touches. O'Connell at the top. Bounce pass. Cutter. Backdoor. Oh, nice feed, Horn. Shoving it through with a two-handed flush. It's Diarra. That's where you want to go right there, Muhammad. 33-29. Big explosion. What a feed by DJ Horn. The backdoor cutter off the shovel pass. The two-handed flush by Mohamed Diarra. Duke with the ball at the left corner. McCain. That's Proctor at the elbow. Bounce pass goes to Mitchell. Mitchell working on Burns. Mitchell underneath over Burns. Double clutch. And he got fouled. That's going to be Burns' third of the game. And this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line from Mark Mitchell of Duke. Crushing there because Burns is carrying NC State today. Take the timeout on the floor. First media timeout of the second half, 15-11. Or 15-11 right now remaining. It's 33-29 Duke. What a battle. Just keep on playing through Burns, but you got to make sure he doesn't pick up any more fouls. If you're new on the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams here. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, college hoops, NBA. We got ourselves a game. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for to win this one. Type it in, NC State, Duke. Make sure to put it in the chat. It's pretty close in the poll as well. NC State's actually leading the poll 52-48 right now for percentage points. So make sure to vote if you haven't done so also. 12 points by DJ Burns on 60% shooting. The rest of the team is just 7 for 30 shooting the ball. Wow. 7 for 30 between the other 7 players who's checked into the game combined. That's crazy. That's 23% by the other 7 players in the team. NC State shooting 32.5%, being saved by Burns. Duke is shooting 32.4% right now. They've been saved by Jared McCain. He has 15. He's only shooting 30% from the floor. He scored 7 out of the 15 at the free throw line, though. Also, it's made 2 threes. Those are the only 2 threes that they made as a team today for Duke. NC State's just 1 for 9 from 3. What's good, Joey, on the channel? Welcome in from South Africa. NC State's right now hanging in. They just gotta get DJ Burns involved more down low offensively, but also he needs to avoid foul trouble. He's got 3 now. Just picked up his 3rd for personal fouls. 2 personal fouls charged to Mohamed Diarra. The thing that's mind-boggling, Diarra shot 2 threes today. Those are basically 2 wasted possessions when he's shot those threes. He's only 33% 3-point shooter by Diarra. Only shooting 29% this tournament from 3-point range. And looking around his game log here. Okay, he did go a perfect 3 for 3 from 3 against Clemson, but all the other games he had 2 threes or 2 threes or less that he made for Diarra. So those are just not good looks at this stage of the game. right now in an Elite 8 matchup. 15 minutes left to go as we come back from the timeout. And Duke went empty that trip at the free throw line. So Burns is on the bench once again. He's got 3 fouls. Will Middlebrooks on the floor in place of Burns. Baseline dribble Morcell. Morcell's a transfer from Maryland. Middlebrooks looking to move it back out. He does. Into the hands of O'Connell. Bounce pass off the roll down. Middlebrooks swings it off to the rim. Wing. Diarra took the 3. No good. Morcell came up with a tip in though. That is perfect position. It's good for 2 by Casey Morcell. 33-31. He also played at Virginia too. So he went from Maryland to Virginia. Top 60 recruit out of the class of 2019 for Morcell. Roach. Bounce pass to Filipowski. 14.5 left to go. Filipowski going downhill to the rim. Gets fouled. And that will be Diarra here. That's his 3rd charge to Diarra. Yeah, that's right. So he's fasting there for Diarra. Wow. Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago when the Celtics faced the Nets, Kyrie was doing his fasting during the time of the playoffs in the first rounds. First one is good by Filipowski. Filipowski's really had a lackluster game today for him. Just 2 for 7 shooting. Got beaten multiple times by DJ Burns down low. Second one's good by Filipowski. 4-point lead for Duke. Duke has found their way to the Elite 8 somehow, some way. Beat Vermont in a grinded out game, 64-47. Beat James Madison, destroyed them a week ago in the second round, 93-55. And then Jamal Shead went down as they ended up winning against Houston. It was close though, 54-51. Turnover there off the dribble. They lost it for NC State. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be so tough there, especially in a game with high stakes like this. Like, when you're going, like, throughout the course of the day, just not getting enough, like, energy for your body with enough food. A rainbow jumper missed off the back rim, no good by Duke. That was off the mark by Proctor. Proctor is yet to score. He's 0 for 4 so far today. Splash. DJ Horn just buried a 3. Quick in transition for NC State. We got a 1-point game. Hanging in. He's got 10. If he can start to go off, then NC State's got an opportunity right now. He's the top scorer of the team this season. Just left wide open out in transition, and then Duke tried to close out between Filipowski and Proctor and just didn't even bother with a contest right there. Just stuck up a hand. Filipowski didn't even try to go up and jump or anything. Just stuck a hand up in the air. You got to have much more effort than that. Inbound to the corner, McCain. Filipowski got knocked down by Middlebrooks away from the ball underneath the hoop, and Middlebrooks picks up a foul. These front court players really got to watch out for their foul issues here for NC State. 3 by Burns, 2 by Diarra. Middlebrooks just picked up his first. Shot got missed down low for Duke, and here's NC State. A chance to take the lead. DJ Horn going up at an angle, gets fouled, and he will have a chance to tie or take the lead depending on free throws. Here come the Wolfpack with 13 minutes left. This is only the 3rd trip today at the free throw line. 2 shots. First one's good. We're tied. 35-35. NC State trailed at one point in this game by 9. They could not find any sort of rhythm offensively. DJ Burns have been basically like the lone savior, except he got into deep foul trouble. He's added 4 more points, 2 more buckets at the start of the second half. DJ Horn has started to get going. He was limited to just 5 in the opening half. He's got 6 right now in the first 7 minutes of half 2. Horn is good. NC State just took the lead, 36-35. If you're new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Once down by 9 now, they lead by 1. 5 ties, 5 lead changes. Duke with the ball. Filipowski has the round the perimeter, sends it on top over to Ryan Young. Young back outside to the wing off to Roach. Bounce pass, low block Filipowski. He works on Diarra, who's got 2 fouls. Filipowski battles his way down low over Diarra. Got it a drop in the foul. Diarra picks up his 3rd. Filipowski with an and 1 coming up for Duke. Flexing as well down low after he scored the bucket. Major basket right there by Filipowski. Yeah, Diarra came in from the side late, clipped his arm. He had already released the ball too. A bad foul there committed by Diarra. Picks up his 3rd. He only has 2 foul, or picks up his 4th actually. That's number 4. That's number 4 by him. Yeah, I look at the ESPN stats. They were off by a foul there. Sometimes they're off by like a stat or 2 for them, but he just got 4. So that's number 4 by Diarra. Burns is back in the game with 3, and the free throw is good by Filipowski. 38-36, back and forth. NC State with a possession. Horn brings up the floor at the wing off to Morcell. Bounce pass Burns. Backs his way on Young down to the low right block. Burns underneath, lost the handle, got fouled though. On a reach-in call, picked up charge to Duke. It's going to be on Young. That'll be foul number 2 committed by Ryan Young today. NC State gets the inbound. Burns again backs his way, showing patience over Young. Turn around, and he gets it. We are tied 14 for Burns. Nobody able to guard a big fella in this game, just torching the Duke defenders inside a low post. 7 for 11 right now from the floor for DJ Burns. Duke has it. Filipowski dribbles up and he lowers the shoulder. Offensive foul. Kyle Filipowski runs right over Will Middlebrooks. It will go back to the Wolfpack. Filipowski lowering the shoulder right into Middlebrooks. Middlebrooks takes the charge. Signs of life here for NC State with another chance to get out in front. Filipowski picks up his 3rd foul of the game. 3 personal fouls each for Kyle Filipowski and Jalen Blakes. For NC State, 4 personal fouls by Mohamed Diarra, 3 by DJ Burns. Oh God, Filipowski, and he checks out of the game right now. He is on the bench. Chance for NC State to see if they can make the run. Bounce pass top of the key. Horn. Dribbles towards his right, drives, floats up the runner. Horn got the bounce, is good for 2. With a right hand, able to stick it off the rim. 40-38 NC State. 11:40 left to play. We have a timeout taken on the floor by Duke. What a game right now. The Wolfpack. They were down by 6 at halftime, scored just 21 points in the first half. They got 19 in the second half, with still 11:39 left to play. What a story. Holy smokes. Duke's in trouble right now. Filipowski with 3. They just have no answer for Burns. So as long as Burns just stays out there on the floor and avoids foul trouble, NC State's got a golden opportunity to keep on doing what they're doing, because he's really been having a lot of patient possessions, playing his style, his tempo, and just nobody has an answer defensively for DJ Burns and the tank out there on the floor. It's like you're guarding a human tank out there. 7 for 11, 14 points by Burns, all inside the low post. 14 by DJ Horn. He's a major reason why NC State's on top right now. He's come alive in the second half. He had just 5 points at halftime. He's got 9 here in the second half for Horn. And then McCain's the only one. He's got double digits. He's got 15. That's going to be an interesting matchup. I just think if Burns can avoid foul trouble, then that's his best bet there against Edey. Duke's really playing soft down low in this game. Kyle Filipowski is getting played by far against DJ Burns. Filipowski with 3 turnovers today, just 9 points. 3 for 8 shooting. Burns is 7 for 11, 14 points, 0 turnovers. He's only got 1 assist. He's actually averaging under 3 assists per game. He's had a couple of opportunities there for assists, but his teammates didn't finish at the rim. Yeah, Proctor's been limited to nothing. And McCain basically pouring in the points, but it hasn't been with efficiency. And Roach only has 1 assist today. 6 assists, 7 turnovers by Duke right now. For NC State, 8 assists to 4 turnovers. Efred, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. No Ego, welcome back in. Happy Easter, everybody. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. And the winner of this game will take on Purdue. Next Saturday in the Final Four, UConn and Alabama will face off against each other. National championship game will be at 9:20 p.m. on Monday, April the 8th. We come back from the timeout, 11:35 left to go. Duke with the ball. Roach into the hands to McCain. Lobs it down low. Filipowski playing with those 3 personal fouls. Filipowski over Burns. No good. Burns, a great contest there. Came off the rim short as they brought a double team alongside Burns and Middlebrooks, and NC State collected the defensive rebound. NC State went 9 for 34 in the first half. They're 8 for 11 shooting the ball in the second half. Big reason why number 0, DJ Horn, starting to go off in half 2. Burns backs his way mid-block, works on Ryan Young this time. Filipowski's not handling Burns. Turner out, hook shot, he's got it. DJ Burns, oh baby, 16 points with a left-handed hook over Ryan Young. 42-38 NC State. Under 11 minutes left to play in this one. Type in the chat who you guys like to win this one. The Wolfpack or the Blue Devils splitting defenders to the rim. Roach no good, couldn't finish. Out of bounds though, last touch by the Wolfpack. What a game. Just so patient with his possessions, backing his way down. And doesn't matter who he's up against. He just has their number tonight. Filipowski or Young. Nobody can guard me for DJ Burns. We take the timeout on the floor. 10:42 left to go. NC State has built up a 4-point lead. This is a TV timeout. Incredible comeback by NC State. They scored 21 points in the first half. They got 21 points in the second half. In the first 9 minutes in 18 seconds. Playing right through DJ Burns. Down inside the low post. Him and Horn. It's been a DJ show together. 30 out of the 42. Between Burns and Horn. Right now. Duke has to figure their mental toughness. Really got to figure out their mental toughness right now. Because Burns is just making it look super easy out there. It doesn't matter who's going up against, Filipowski or Young. It's just another level of big boy basketball down low. And Burns is making those guys look like super soft teddy bears cracking under pressure on the floor right now. Can Duke respond? That's the question. Can Duke respond? Muhammad Diarra has 4 fouls. Burns is out on the court with 3. Playing the game of his life right now these last couple minutes. Filipowski with 3 personal fouls. 2 by Tyrese Proctor. Off the bench, Jalen Blakes has 3 for Duke. Roach has disappeared. He couldn't finish at the rim the last time. Roach has got just 6 points on 3 for 9 shooting. Only 1 assist to 1 turnover. 0 today by Tyrese Proctor. He is 0 for 6 in this game. 0 for 3 from 3. It's been McCain who's the top scorer with 15. Mr. Top's pretty good, so he's been doing pretty well. Despite shooting 2 for 11, NC State has built a 4-point lead. Duke's also 2 for 11 from 3. This is a Duke team that was making a bunch of threes against James Madison. Flashback to a week ago. It's kind of mind-boggling for Duke. Every single time they slow down the basketball, they're allowing NC State's defense to get back and get reset defensively. I don't know why Duke, with head coach John Shire, has not made the adjustment yet and start to try to attack more and get on the break more. They just, every single time up the court, they slow down the ball, they use a lot of shot clock. NC State's defense gets their defense set already. NC State leads points off of turnovers today, 8-2. Back from the timeout. Roach has it at the top of the key. Roach dribbles up to the key, and he floats up the shot. Around and out, no good. Ball pinwheels around, and the defensive rebound gets picked up by the Wolfpack by Jaden Taylor. NC State with the ball now, up by 4. Nothing going on for Duke offensively lately. NC State outscoring Duke 21-11. In the second half, 9 for 12 for NC State. Duke just 4 for 14. Missed shot. Down low off the mark by Middlebrooks. Offensive rebound for NC State. Far side, Middlebrooks. Hand off. It is Horn. Horn slows it down. 10 minutes left to go. DJ Horn taking over the show. Alongside Burns in the second half. The DJ show. Horn dribbles up at the low block. Bounce pass underneath Middlebrooks as he goes up, gets fouled with 1.9 the shot clock. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line from Will Middlebrooks. Who is this going to be on? Filipowski in the area. Same as Proctor, McCain, Mitchell. If it's on Filipowski, that's 4. It is. Filipowski just picked up his 4th. Oh my goodness for Duke right now. Filipowski with 4 personal fouls. What a soft game for Filipowski against an in-state rival. About to lose to the 11 seed in the tournament. Oh my goodness. Will Middlebrooks, 2 shots at the line for NC State. First one's good. 43-38. NC State is doubling Duke in the second half. 22-11. Duke led at halftime. 27-21. This is a Duke team that barely scraped by Houston without their star player for the final 30 minutes. Second free throw, Middlebrooks right down the middle. 44-38, NC State. Filipowski with 4 fouls takes a seat on the bench. DR has got 4 for NC State. Burns with 3. Jalen Blake says 3 for Duke. Duke with a possession. Top of the key, McCain, and a reach-in foul given charge to Taylor of the Wolfpack. That's now NC State's 5th. Duke has 4. In the second half. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. What a game between these two teams. Hit us up in the chat who you guys would like to win here, Duke or NC State. At the right wing perimeter, it's McCain. McCain's defended by Taylor 101. Skip pass, top of the key. Roach drives downhill to the rim, puts it in, it's good for 2. Big bucket right there, head full of steam. Driving straight line by Jeremy Roach. That's a good possession for Duke. That's what you need to do. Burns and Horn have 30 points out of the 44 for NC State. Right wing perimeter with Taylor. Lobs it over to DJ Burns. Burns is working on Mark Mitchell this time. Backs his way to the mid-block. Burns pivots down low. Double teamed underneath Burns between 2 defenders. Oh, he scores. Good for another bucket. He's a tank out there. Ain't stopping me now. 6'9", 275 for DJ Burns. 46-40. 18 today in the Elite 8, averaging 14.7 points per game this season. And it's a travel committed by Duke around the perimeter. A turnover by the Blue Devils. It will go right back over to NC State. Yup, Roach up and down with a basketball. That's a turnover. Duke went into halftime against Houston with more turnovers than field goals made. Right now, they have just 7 assists to 8 turnovers. Jumper, baseline, corner. Oh, they hit it. Bang, bang for NC State, depending whether it was behind the three-point line or not. They're going to call it a deep 2. It is made for the Wolfpack. 48-40. NC State, largest lead of the game. Right here, right now. A timeout taken on the floor by Duke. NC State catching lightning in a bottle. And Duke looking incredibly soft. DJ Horde, a step back J at the baseline. 1-on-1. Cracking under pressure for Duke right now. So they have more turnovers than assists in this entire game. 8 turnovers to 7 assists. NC State, 9 assists to just 4 turnovers. 8:19 left to play. Just a resilient squad with NC State. Playing their game. Cool, composed in the second half. Putting Filipowski in the 4 fouls. This is slipping away from Duke. And how does Duke respond coming up? Lost the last time against NC State in the ACC tournament. And right now, Duke is having a lot of issues. Interior defense, no answer for DJ Burns. 26-20 points in the paint in favor of NC State. NC State is outgaining Duke 10-2 in points off turnovers. And every single time, Duke keeps on slowing down the basketball. You're crushing your team. You're crushing your offensive opportunities. And you're not helping out yourself. All you're doing is helping out the defense. Because NC State has been able to get back, get their defense set, and be ready for what's coming at you. Making things difficult on missed shot after missed shot. It's been brick after brick after brick. 27-13 second half run in favor of the Wolfpack. What a statement here by NC State, looking to keep the dream alive. 3 years ago, UCLA, they were an 11th seed. They made it all the way to the Final Four. They went straight from the play-in game for NC State, or for UCLA. NC State a little bit different. Oregon State actually that same year made it to the Elite 8. Both of those teams kind of similar comparisons to NC State. NC State 25-14. Oregon State went 20-13 in 2021. UCLA went 22-12. There were fewer games because some of them were canceled because it was the year coming out of the pandemic. But NC State, just incredible. This is their 9th game in a 19-day span. 8-0 in the last 19 days for NC State. So whoever wins this one would take on Purdue next Saturday in the Final Four. What's good, Isaiah on the street? Welcome back in. What a game. 8:19 left to go. Experience by NC State. Experience pack. DJ Horde, a grad transfer, same as Michael O'Connell. Grad student DJ Burns. Mohamed Diarra. They got him via the transfer portal as well. DJ Burns, by the way, he played for Winthrop, where Pat Kelsey was the head coach back in 2021. Made the NCAA tournament and faced Jay Wright and Villanova in the opening rounds. 6th foul committed by NC State for reaching. 4 by Duke right now as we come back. Filipowski's on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Filipowski goes up. He gets stripped and it hits the top of the shot clock. And it is... Ooh. The referees at first pointed turnover by Filipowski. And... Is it going to stay that way? Yeah, that looks pretty clean by Burns defensively. This is a big, big call right now on the floor. Is this on Burns or not on a foul? Because if so, that will be his 4th. They haven't given him one yet. The referees are talking about this right now. Initial ruling was Filipowski was stripped of the ball. Or if he went up in his own shooting motion or not. Wow. Technical foul committed by Kevin Keats. That is odd. So Kevin Keats unhappy about the call. Technical he was given. That's number 7 charged to NC State, and Duke makes both the free throws. 48-42. That's a big swing right now in the game. Kevin Keats, I'm not sure what was said there. I got my TV on mute, but said something to the officials about the call, and yeah, they thought it was clearly out of bounds by Filipowski. He lost it, hit the top of the shot clock. The referees rolled it a strip by NC State, so that's what they rolled it. Initially, they said it was out of bounds. They were walking in NC State's direction. Missed shot inside the key, off the mark, no good. It got tipped out of bounds, last touch by Duke. Yeah, this was a poorly officiated play because NC State was walking back on their side of the floor because they thought it was out of bounds as it hit the top of it hit the shot clock by Filipowski. And then the referees, like 5 seconds later, rolled it out of bounds off the strip by NC State, and they gave Keats a technical foul. So he was unhappy about that. 48-42. I don't blame him because that was such a delayed whistle right there. Burns receives it. Burns has 3 personal fouls still. Down low, double team, gets it away. Out to the top of the key, it's Horn. 7.5 left to go. Horn. 6 in the shot clock. Horn. Dribble, drive, rises for the jumper. Tough one. Off the rim, no good. Rebound secured by Duke. McCain has it up the floor. Gives it off to Roach here at the right wing perimeter. Charby Roach dribbles towards his left. Hand off to McCain. McCain dribbles, drives up to the low block. McCain, bounce pass, got it picked away. Middlebrooks intercepts it for NC State. Here comes the Wolfpack at the wing, looking for the 3. Oh, they hit it. Bang, bang. A laser beam from downtown. It is good by Michael O'Connell in transition. Trifecta for the Wolfpack. 51-42, a steal by Will Middlebrooks. An assist up the floor by Jaden Taylor, and O'Connell splashes down the 3 for NC State. 51-42. 7:02 left to play. What a game between these two teams. Will Middlebrooks, what a major steal. And Taylor with an excellent find in transition. And Jared McCain stumbling and tumbling in transition. Falling on his own will, tripping on his own shoes, stumbling, couldn't get back to defend O'Connell. Transition 3 and splash. They're looking at the monitor here right now for the officials. We're down to 7:02 left to go. What a game. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. My bracket's not doing so well. I still got UConn available. He clearly tripped up in his own power, what we saw there. So it's nothing about McCain. Oh, there were bodies tangled up underneath the hoop. Middlebrooks and a player for Duke down low tangled up after the shot went through. So referees are looking at the monitor right now about this. They only showed the replay once. Foul trouble. We'll go over this in just a moment. Taking a look at the replay. Let's see. The 3 by O'Connell. Middlebrooks. Yeah, he slipped in his own power. Middlebrooks did. That should be nothing. He slipped behind in his own power for Middlebrooks. 51-42. So this should be Duke ball coming back. 7 personal fouls by NC State. Duke with 5. Oh, NC State gets the inbound here. Wow. NC State gets the inbound. Burns underneath, and he cashes it in, up and off the backboard. 53-42. So they rolled out a foul by Mark Mitchell. So Mark Mitchell got called on the foul after the 3 went down, as him and Middlebrooks got tangled up. That's what happened. They reviewed it. They rolled it on Mitchell. And then NC State got the basketball back, ensuing possession, and Duke's defense was not set up, and NC State scored down low with Burns. Just powered his way, receiving an easy pass inside a low post. Nobody was really just able to get close on him. 53-42 right now. Duke's at the free throw line here with Filipowski. Filipowski. And at the charity stripe, 8th personal foul committed by NC State. Duke's got 5 this half. Filipowski just 3 for 9 shooting. 1-1 bonus. First one is good. Bounces in. Last year, Filipowski and Duke got smashed in the mount second round against Tennessee. And NC State, what a comeback here. Doing the same, torching Filipowski and points in the paint in this game. 53-44 makes both of the free throws. Filipowski's got 4 personal fouls. Diarra's got 4. Burns has 3. Blake says 3 for foul trouble today. 6.5 left to go. O'Connell slows down the possession for the Wolfpack. Bounce pass goes to Burns. He accelerates down low, floats up the runner, and gets fouled. Roach picks up the blocking foul. DJ Burns going to shoot 2 at the line. Let's see, Roach, yeah, he was moving his feet. Roach tried to take the charge, moving his feet as Burns just bulldozed over him, but Roach was still moving. And this is going to be 2 shots here at the line for Burns. First free throw is good. 54-44. Player of the game right here. DJ. Just an absolute tank. Both of the DJs. DJ Burns up to 20 today on 10 for 15 shooting. DJ Horn has got 16. Second free throw came off the rim, short, no good. Filipowski collects the defensive rebound. If you're Duke, you got to start going. You can't be slow tempo offense anymore. You got to realize they're down by 10 and that you've yet to make a field goal in the last 3 minutes plus. Here's a 3, catch and fire. McCain, no good. Skipped around the rim and out, tipped up to the corner. Offensive rebound controlled by Stewart. Filipowski will try a 3. Off the rim, no good. Missed by Filipowski. Offensive rebound again for Duke. Filipowski hands it off to Roach. Drives downhill to the rim. Lost the handle. Up in the air. Who's got it? Burns pinwheels around out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolfpack. Dangerous there for Duke. They almost committed another turnover. Super lucky that NC State couldn't handle that one if you're Duke. DJ Burns, 5th season playing college basketball. His first 3 were at Winthrop under head coach Pat Kelsey, 2019 through 2022. They face Villanova in the first round of the 2021 NCAA tournament. Filipowski, oh, he airballs a 3 and it goes out of bounds off of Duke. Filipowski completely irate about the call. Can't be soft right now, Filipowski. This is big boy basketball, dude. Inbound. Took the 3. No call by the referees. Play on. As he airballed it. 5:40 left to go. Filipowski cracking under pressure. Today, Duke is 2 for 14 from the perimeter shooting. Michael O'Connell slows down tempo. 10-point lead for NC State. Top of the key with Casey Morsell. 8 on the shot clock. Morsell towards his left. Hand off to Horn, looking for the knockout punch here. Shot clock's down to 3. Horn, top of the key, takes the 3. Hand in the face, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by Filipowski. It's going to be NC State basketball with a new 20 in the shot clock. Kyle Filipowski couldn't come up with a defensive rebound. Ooh. Middlebrooks and Filipowski battling for that one. The referees called it out by Filipowski. 5:16 left to go. NC State with a new 20 in the shot clock. This game is ticking out of the reach for the Duke Blue Devils. And if you're Duke, next time you get an offensive possession, you can't be going slow up the floor. No more crappy possessions gonna do that. Dump off, Burns down low, they float it up, and they score up and off the backboard. DJ to DJ. DJ Burns with an assist. DJ Horn with a runner. It goes down in the teardrop for 2 for the Wolfpack. 5 minutes left to go. Baseline dribble. Roach rejected from behind. Got it back though to the corner. Proctor with a 3. Bricked off the back room. No good. Filipowski. It's gonna be a foul underneath. Charge to Duke. If that's on Filipowski, that will be his 5th here. We had a man down with a red uniform underneath the hoop. 4:52 left to go. Let's see the quarter 3. Oh, Filipowski looking like Draymond Green out there. Get him out of there. Ripping down the dude on the hardwood. Going up for the rebound. He is done. He is fouled out. The soft of the softest. Kyle Filipowski is done of this game. fifth personal foul, pulling the Draymond Green. Uncorking the string from the back of a defender for NC State. Pulls him right back. Pulls the chair underneath him. Makes him fall down. That's his fifth he has done. Soft Filipowski. Cracking under pressure. No good at the free throw line for NC State in the bonus. 56-44. 4:55 left to go. Top of the key, McCain. Dribble. Jumper. 15-footer. Off the back rim. No good. Rebound secure by NC State. This is embarrassing for Duke right now. Looking like the Golden State Warriors against the Celtics from February. Atrocious. 35-17 in the second half in favor of NC State. Burns at the elbow. 12 in the shot clock. Burns, spin move, runner, puts it up, and he got it. It's good. DJ Burns up and through. It is good for two. 58-44. These dudes are loving it. The number 11 seed. 4 minutes left to go and pulling off the upset. Gonna be their 9th victory in 19 days. Jumper good for two by Duke. 4 minutes left to go. 58-46 in the backcourt, and NC State here will burn a timeout. They're down to 2 timeouts left to go. Duke's got 1 timeout remaining. DJ Burns. The DJs today stealing the show in this one. Burns, 23 on 11 for 16 shooting. Having his way against the soft interior Duke defense all day. 18 by DJ Horn, taking control of the game in the second half. What a game by the Wolfpack. 21 in the first half. They were trailing 27-21 at halftime. They have outscored Duke 37-19 in half two. 3:54 left to go. If you're new on the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And man, DJ Burns. Incredible. Filipowski with 5 personal fouls done for the game. Duke is 2 for 15 from 3-point range. Just an embarrassing second half for Duke. They've come out, they've got punched in the mouth. They've never responded back. Very, very lucky to get here for Duke based on their draw. Took on Vermont out of the America East. Took on James Madison. They got to the Sweet 16 playing 2 mid-majors. Beat Houston only by 3 with Houston's All-American not on the floor for 30 minutes. Very lucky that they're even here, honestly, because Houston would have won that game if Jabal Shed hadn't gone down. Points in the paint, 30-22 in favor of NC State. Points off turnovers is 13-2 for NC State. Just, you got to come in ready with a game plan if you're head coach John Shire here. The failure to be urgent offensively. Absolute failure by Duke. A coaching atrocity, I would say, by Shire here for this team to keep on playing a slow tempo and letting NC State get back and set their defense. Just an absolute failure that it's not addressed, to be pushing the tempo, getting up the floor quicker in transition, and seeing if you can get to the rim before NC State's defense gets set. That has just not been something that they've done today. 58-46. $3:54 left to go. NC State is 3 minutes and 54 seconds away from taking on Purdue. 15 for 21 this half scoring. NC State's outscored Duke 37-19 in half two. Just a monumental collapse by Duke. With Kyle Filipowski in the offseason that he said run it back, the biggest game of his career against an in-state rival. And he comes out in the second half and just completely just face plants. This one, it follows out. 58-46. NC State with a possession. Up the floor. Burns behind the defense. Left hand. Oh, he got rejected from behind. That's going to be a goaltend, though. So they give him the 2 as Stewart's blocked it off the glass. Not in time, though. Let's take a look at this replay. Yep, off the glass, and then he blocked it again as it went back to the glass. Hit the block. Yep, hit the block. That's going to be 2 off the layup. Duke's defense couldn't get back. Tried the full court press. NC State, nobody back. Yeah, interesting here. They're going to see, actually, on this. So referees are going to look at this call. They go to the monitor once again. 3:44 remaining. Very close. Very, very close. Going off the block there. I don't know how you can overchange that. Initial rolling's goaltend. Yeah, I think it hits the block slightly. Let's see this over to. That's very close. Ooh, this angle might help. Ooh, that's super close. I don't know how you can turn that because the ball is so close to the backboard there. 60-46. Referees are looking at whether this was a goaltend or not. Initial ruling was a goaltend. So Burns with a 2 behind the defense. Stewart came in late with a block off the glass. Bang, bang play. I'm not sure if they'll have enough to overturn that call. Oh, that's awesome. Jay Ramirez in the stream. Welcome back in. So what a game this has been. If you guys are just tuning in, NC State, no rhythm in the first half. They were trailing 27-21. Second half, the DJs, DJ Burns and DJ Horn, both stole the show. It is NC State 39, Duke 19 in the second half box score. Kyle Filipowski is followed out for Duke. DJ Burns has 25 points on 12 for 17 shooting. DJ Horn has 18 points. He's exploded for 13 in the second half. The DJs today have combined for 43 out of the 60 for NC State. Yep. So if you were in the stream very early on, Duke was leading by 9 at one point in this game, and now they're trailing by 14, their largest deficit. The referees are still meeting about the call right now, whether this will be a goaltend or not. We got 200 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Referees about to make their call whether this will be a goaltend or not right now. 3:44 left to play. They actually erase it. Wow. So they actually erased it there. They're going to take away the 2. 58-46. If there's a tie-up, possession arrow will go to NC State. They get the next possession arrow. Both teams in the bonus. 8 personal fouls by NC State, 7 by Duke. So, yeah, there was that was very, very close right there. So they took it away for the 2. It's for NC State right there. Luckily for them, they're up by 12 right now with under 4 minutes left to play. Duke with a possession. Roach dribbles up to the right wing. Roach dribbles inside the key. Kick out corner off to McCain. McCain inside the key. McCain with the right hand. Got it to go. Around the rim and in. 10-point game. 3.5 left to play. NC State in the backcourt. Horn. Back over to O'Connell. They got 3 guys pressuring in the backcourt for Duke's defense. Able to cross midcourt. Wide open. Burns swings it off to Middlebrooks. He lays it up and in. Full court pressure defense. Wasn't able to force a steal right there. Pays off to be a 2 as Burns records the assist. McCain up fake twice. Deflected out to the perimeter. McCain drives on Middlebrooks. No good. A lot of contact there. No call. Middlebrooks went down and McCain gets the putback. 60-50. Under 3 minutes left to go. NC State again in the backcourt being pressured. 3 defenders in the backcourt. They pass it past midcourt. Middlebrooks into the hands to Horn now. They will slow it down. 15 on the shot clock. 2:40 left to go on the game clock for the Wolfpack, the number 11 seed. Just over 2.5 minutes away from making a Cinderella run to the Final Four. Underneath Middlebrooks, and he scores. Wide open, good for two. 62-50. NC State basically now are trading buckets. Duke driving downhill to the rim underneath. Blocked from the side by Middlebrooks. Not clean though. It's going to be a foul. 2 shots coming up here by Duke. Two free throws here at the line. NC State just composed. Duke's throwing 3 guys in the backcourt to full court press them and able to score baskets every single time. I mean, that's excellent. Just all-around ball handling right there by NC State. Jeremy Roach, 86% free throw shooter. Going to shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one's good. So we see the shot on Filipowski. Going to have to watch his team remaining of the game from the bench right now. 62-51. We'll see next year if Filipowski decides to run it back or not for Duke once again. 2:18 remaining. Second free throw is no good. Rattled out off the rim. A rebound by NC State. 2:15 left. They cross midcourt. Once again, they got a new shot clock here that Duke early on in the shot clock will pick up the reach and foul. So that was with 22 in the shot clock. This sends NC State to the free throw line to shoot in the 1-and-1 bonus. NC State's got 9 this half for fouls. Duke's got 8 now. Duke next time's in the double bonus. Duke would need to foul 2 more times to put NC State in the double bonus. 2:09 left to go. Yep, Vegas called it this one. Vegas had this one correct too. 81% free throw shooter, DJ Horn. What a statement by NC State in the second half. Horn missed the first free throw in the 1-and-1. Rebound control by Duke. Approaching 2 minutes left to play. Proctor outside finds Roach, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. Charge the Wolfpack to O'Connell. So O'Connell, shuffling his feet as Roach off the dribble ran him over. O'Connell wasn't able to set his feet, so O'Connell gets called in the foul. Got him at kind of towards the side. So this will be 2 shots coming up by Jeremy Roach at the free throw line. Still a little time for Duke. Not looking so likely right now, though. 86% free throw shooter this season for Jeremy Roach, shooting 2. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Real legends in the stream here. Appreciate it for joining the channel, being a part here on these streams on Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. 2 free throws by Roach and a double bonus for Duke. First one, no good. Missed off the rim shorts. Second free throw here by Roach. Got it. 10-point game. 2 minutes remaining. In a time that Duke has been a powerhouse for so many years here. Here goes Burns down low. Got it and 1. Little brother about to pick off big brother in this matchup. DJ Burns with an and 1 coming up in the free throw line as his parents over there flexing in the stands as well along with him. What a story for this team this season. Gonna get their 9th win in 19 days. They lost 4 straight games from February 27th to March 9th. Won 5 straight games in 5 straight days for NC State. What a story. They were 17-14 on March the 9th. And now they're about to win their 9th game in a 19-day span. Free throw's good. Burns. 25 on 12 for 18 from the floor. Incredible game. Final minute 50 left to go. McCain attacks down the lane as Morcell picks up the reach and foul. Everybody pumped up for NC State with a big boy, DJ Burns. 6'9", 275. Ain't no answers defensively to stop him for the Duke interior D tonight. Kyle Filipowski, Ryan Young, nada. 0 answers. McCain at the free throw line will shoot 2. First one is good. Burns checks back in once again. The incredible part about the second half for Burns is that he played this entire half with 3 personal fouls, basically. He played this second half just so freely. Like, he was playing with 0 fouls. Super aggressive. Didn't matter how many fouls he had. He just kept on going and going and going after Filipowski and Young this entire game. Mostly Filipowski. Both of the shots were good. 65-54. Pressure in the backcourt. Horn. Gonna get it across the timeline in time. Deflected by Duke out of bounds. Stop the clock with 1:39. Yeah, the reach here on the channel's been incredible. And we will have a timeout here taken on the floor. 1:39 left to go. Duke out of timeouts as they burn their final. NC State with 2 timeouts left to go. Just an incredible story. NC State was tied with Louisville in the ACC tournament first round. The score is 75-75 with 4:30 left to play. This is their whole run right now for the Wolfpack. Beat Louisville 94-85 after they were tied up at 75. Won against Syracuse in the ACC tournament second round by 18. Beat Duke in the ACC quarters 74-69. They banked a 3 off a missed free throw by Virginia in the final 8 seconds to force overtime. And then NC State won in overtime against Virginia 73-65 in the ACC semis. Beat North Carolina 84-76 to capture the ACC championship. And then they won against the 6th seed Texas Tech. They beat them pretty easily, 80-67. Won in overtime against Oakland, 79-73. In completely just took control of the game from the start against Marquette and won 67-58. And now we're down to 1:27 left to go here. Duke came up with a steal, and then they missed a shot, and they deflected it out of bounds. So it was off of Duke last. It will go back to NC State when more time just went off the clock. NC State inbound backcourt. Horn gets it off to Morcell. Minute 22. Morcell crosses midcourt. Off to Diarra, and now a reach and fall is given by Duke. Minute 20 left to play. Yep, the Hail Mary against Virginia. That sparked that run right there. $1:20 left to go. Casey Morcell double bonus. First one's good. He's got a lot of playing experience since 2019. Maryland and then Virginia before coming over to NC State. DJ Burns played under Pat Kelsey at Winthrop starting in 2019. Kevin Keats, after winning the ACC championship, got a new contract extension through the 2030 season. Also got a $100,000 bonus for that. And they just keep on finding ways to win. 1:16 left. NC State just gave a foul. It was picked up by Horn. He had a $400,000 raise after winning the ACC championship. That's going to go intact for next year. Plus a salary bump up for him as well. Well deserved. Going to be Final Four. Leading by 13. Second half, they were ready. First free throw was good by Roach. 46-28. Second half advantage for NC State. After a struggling first half where they only had 21. on the board. They had a lot of trouble hitting their shots deep twos. They started to play their offense through DJ Burns down low, and then DJ Horn started to find his rhythm. Second free throw missed. Rebound controlled by NC State, plus they were fouled. So they'll head back to the free throw line by 12. Muhammad Diarra at the free throw line, 66% free throw shooter. First one's good. 68-55 now for NC State. Just an incredible story. Second shot. Missed off the front rim. A rebound secured by Stewart for Duke. Down by 13. Final minute 10 left to play. McCain with a three. Swoosh. That's the first three in a long time for Duke. 68-58, and it will stop the clock with 1:05. So we will have a timeout here on the floor. Gonna take the timeout. What a game. NC State coming out like the pack in the second half and swarming all over Duke and exploding for 47. My correction on that, Duke had one timeout remaining before, so NC State now with one timeout left. Duke with 0. They just burned their final timeouts. What's good, Thaddeus in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Guys, the legends here on the channel. Before you sign off today, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. I cover basketball action, college hoops, and NBA games. I'm hoping to cover both of the Final Four games next week. I'm not entirely sure my schedule yet, though. I got 2 games I'm covering in person for baseball at a college during the afternoon next Saturday at 12 and 3, but during the weekends I help out at one of the colleges too, writing up post-game recap articles, so that's why I wasn't able to stream the UConn game yesterday. Got home around like 7:45 or so I'm not sure what will be assigned to me. It all depends or so I'm hoping to cover both of the games, but I'm not sure just yet. If not, I'm definitely going to be available to cover the national championship game for sure on Monday, so I'll be around for that one. I'm hoping to be back tomorrow as well, planning to cover Celtics versus Hornets tomorrow night at 7:30, so feel free to stop on by if you like as well. (68-58), 1:05 left to go. NC State gets the inbound in the backcourt. Jaden Taylor moves it off to DJ Horn. Horn crosses the midcourt logo. Final minute remaining. Horn shovels underneath. Burns up fake. Burns kiss off the glass. He scores. Up and it off the backboard. Plus the foul for DJ Burns. Just eating down low. 70-58. Burns doing the work today. Up to 28. I have no clue just yet for Alabama. So I don't know if there'll be the early game or the late game. That's yet to be released. 55 seconds left to play. Free throw. It's good. Got the bounce. Burns up to 29. And that's on 13 for 19 shooting. Duke allowed just 51 points to their opponents through the first 3 games in the NCAA tournament, but they played against Vermont, which couldn't even score 50. Turnover committed by Duke. The bounce off their knee, it will go to NC State. James Madison was really struggling last Sunday in that game, missing a ton of shots against Duke, and then Duke was able to win a close game against Houston without their star player. In this game, they faced an NC State team that just got red hot and cracked the code here in the second half. Burns knew it already in the first half that he was just going to go after Filipowski because Filipowski had no answer, and Filipowski followed out with like 5 minutes left. Just no answers by Filipowski in this game, and nobody else after that has been able to stop DJ Burns. Referees are looking to see who last had this out of bounds. 49 seconds left. This last like minute and a half has taken ages to complete. .3, they've reversed it. It will be Duke ball. So they said it was last touched by NC State. Inbound, corner 3, McCain. Splash. Got it. 71-61. Looks like it's too little too late, but down to 47 seconds left to go. NC State's excellent ball handling team for them this season, only averaging around 9 turnovers per game. Duke will give the foul down to 40. They've only got 5 turnovers this entire game. That's excellent basketball there. Just 5 total turnovers the entire game for NC State. Casey Morsell, 80% this season. Perfect. 2 for 2 today at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 in the double bonus. First one's good. Making free throws right now. Over 70% at the free throw line. Hey, have a nice night, Alex. Thanks for joining in. Have a great night. Second free throw is good by Morsell. 73-61. Final 40 seconds left to go. Duke pass midcourt. Proctor. Hand off to McCain. Here's a 3. Comes up short. Missed off the mark by McCain to the quarter. And out of bounds. It will go to NC State. 31 seconds left to play. Tyrese Proctor had a goose egg on the board. It's going to be called on Mitchell. So Mitchell commits the loose ball foul in the corner. So he is done for the game, just fouled out. Goose egg today by Tyrese Proctor. No points. 0 for 9. 0 for 5 from 3. McCain had 29 out of the 61 for Duke. 31.1 seconds left. First one is good. That's O'Connell who made the free throw. Second shot missed off the rim. A rebound secured by Duke here. Final 30 seconds. Here's a 3 off the pull-up. McCain came to make his threes in the later stage of this game. Other teammates did not show up, though. 74-64, 22 seconds. NC State still with it. A lot of time going off the clock, and Duke's not going to bother committing a foul. Holsia Red get it up on their feet here as NC State keeps their Cinderella dream alive, and they will move on to face on Purdue in the Final Four on Saturday. 74-64. They will get a shot clock violation with 1.9 left to go. Duke gets the... Or what? Wait, was there a late foul here? 1.9 left. I thought the clock went all the way down. Either way, NC State gonna go all the way back to the Final Four. The first time for them since 1983. When they last won the national championship. 1950, 1974, 1983 for NC State. Duke committed a foul with 1.9 seconds. I mean, they were just going to dribble off the clock there. Both of the free throws were good. 12-point win by NC State. As the 3 comes up short off the rim, we go final 76-64. The final score to Wolfpack. First Final Four appearance is 1983. The 11 seed has now won 9 games in a 19-day span. And their incredible run continues. What a second half here for NC State. They put up 55 on the Duke defense in half 2. Duke allowed opponents to average 51. In the first 3 games of the tournament, they put up 55 in one half. 55-37 and half two in favor of NC State. The player of the game, DJ Burns, finished with 29 points, 13 for 19 from the floor. Nobody for Duke's defense had the answer for Burns. It looks like NC State Purdue will be the first game on Saturday, 6:09 tip-off time. UConn, Alabama, the late game at 8:49 p.m. tip-off time on the East Coast. They just announced that now. So Wolfpack's going to be playing in the first game, and then UConn, Alabama in the second game. Make sure to stay in the know with the channel here because I'm not entirely sure my schedule just yet for next weekend. I got 2 games covering baseball around 40 minutes away for the game site at 12 and 3. So if I am back for the first game, I'm cutting it close. But I don't know if I have to write up the post-game recap articles. And if so, I probably wouldn't be able to cover next week games if I am assigned. I probably would get assigned. I'll know if I'm assigned on Friday, if I'm going to write the post-game recap articles or not or so. But if I'm not, for some reason, streaming for the Final Four, I do plan on being back for the national championship game for sure on Monday, because that's the only college games going on. All the other stuff for college takes the day off because it's national championship. So all of D1, D2, D3, nobody plays that day. It's just the national championship game with the 2 Final Four winners will play on Monday, not tomorrow, the following Monday. Thanks all for joining in today on the stream. What a game here. DJ Burns, 29 points on 13 for 19 shooting. I'm hoping to be back probably tomorrow covering the Celtics for my next stream. So if you'd like to come on back for some NBA action, feel free to do so too. DJ Horn exploded in the second half for 15. He finished with 20 today for DJ Horn. The DJs combined for 49 out of the 76 for NC State. And then Duke, led by 32 points by Jeremy McCain. He made 5 threes. His other teammates struggled to show up, though. 13 by Jeremy Roach, 11 by Filipowski, followed out with like 5 minutes left. And really, really tough game for him, as he had just no defensive answers to stop Burns, as Burns was just another animal on the floor. And Filipowski just not tough enough to stop DJ Burns in this one. Thanks all for joining in, being a part in this stream. Wow. NC State, the 11 seed, all the way to the Final Four, will take on Purdue, which Purdue, in the last 3 previous tournaments, has got knocked out by a double-digit seed. We'll see what happens on Saturday. And that one here, NC State wins over Duke, 76-64, the final score. Thanks all for joining in. Happy Easter, everybody. Going to wrap up here, close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajib, I Am Ghost, David, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Greedo, Tristan, SG Sports Talk, Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, and Jack City. Thanks all for joining in for this one. Happy Easter, everybody. The NC State Wolfpack keep on shocking the world, the 11 seed, to the Final Four, 76-64, as NC State wins over Duke. Thanks all for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.